A Florida Gulf Coast vacation depends on one specific thing: getting out on clear, beautiful, open water. But relying entirely on public beaches usually leads to diminishing returns. You deal with heavy traffic, crowded sand, and fighting for a spot to put your towel. To bypass the crowds, you have two main options: booking seats on a commercial tour boat or renting a private pontoon. This chart shows exactly how those options compare. We evaluate Gulf Coast water access based on two factors: the level of privacy and autonomy you receive versus the amount of effort and responsibility required. Public beaches sit right here in the bottom left. It takes low effort, but you have zero privacy. Commercial tours offer slightly more exclusivity, but you are still bound to someone else's rigid schedule. Low responsibility, low autonomy. Private pontoon rentals push you to the absolute top right of the chart. You get maximum privacy and total control over your day, but it requires the highest level of physical and financial effort. You pay a premium rental fee, and you take on the active role of a vessel captain. Getting the most value from that investment depends entirely on matching the trip's pace to the specific stamina of your travel party. The first barrier to entry for renting a premium pontoon is strict age limits. Local providers on Anna Maria Island require the designated driver to be at least 30 years old. This policy actively deters chaotic party scenes and maintains a safe, mature boating environment. The designated captain also handles the logistical preparation. Renters have to utilize the boat's deck storage to pack their own hydration, reef-safe sunscreen, and drybacks. On a commercial tour, the crew handles the heavy front-end planning and grocery shopping. You show up and sit down. Choosing a private rental trades that passive convenience for total, day-long self-sufficiency. Once you leave the dock, you have to manage the physical reality of navigating the intercoastal waterway during a dynamic Florida summer. This diagram shows the rapid tidal shifts around Anna Maria Island. Water depths fluctuate drastically in a matter of hours. These shifts force the captain to constantly monitor local tide charts to avoid grounding the pontoon on sudden sandbars. You also navigate protected manatee habitats. This requires strict adherence to slow, no-wake zones to protect marine mammals and avoid steep fines from local patrols. Then there is the predictably unpredictable Florida weather. Massive thunderstorms build rapidly over the mainland and push toward the coast. The captain must monitor smartphone radar apps to safely return the boat to harbor before these typical 3 p.m. storms strike. Total itinerary control means the designated captain accepts the ultimate burden of passenger safety and environmental awareness. Rental duration acts as the primary lever for maximizing both the financial value and the overall relaxation of your trip. Booking a single-day excursion often leaves renters feeling pressured. You have to rush your itinerary to meet strict same-day return times. A multi-day or weekly rental changes the logistics entirely, especially if your vacation property includes an approved private dock. Integrating the boat into your daily routine allows for spontaneous morning dolphin watches or midday meal breaks without looming return deadlines. The barrier to this strategy is cost. It demands a significantly higher upfront financial investment and limits your land-based lodging choices to properties with suitable water depth. With the right budget and dock access, a multi-day rental makes the boat a central part of your daily routine, rather than a one-off excursion. Managing expectations on the water starts with aligning your group's demographic with specific rental parameters. This matrix aligns decisions clearly. For multi-generational families, target 3 to 5 days at Jewfish Key for shade. Retirees, book a week for quiet nature preserves. Couples, 1 to 2 days for sunset cruises. Wildlife enthusiasts, 2 to 3 days at Passage Key. Failing to align your group's stamina and interests with these specific parameters results in wasted money and mismatched vacation expectations. The decision comes down to purchasing passive commercial tour tickets or investing in a highly active private pontoon rental. If your group lacks a responsible driver over 30, fears sudden weather changes, or wants zero logistical responsibility, you should skip the rental and book a tour. But for groups willing to manage the upfront planning, packing, and navigation, a private pontoon rental offers a consistently high return on investment for an authentic Florida Gulf Coast experience.